What we gotta do right now, a man gotta do what it gotta do. That's right. So let me show you the compressor and we'll take a look at it. We'll take it from there. Okay, here is a damn compressor. I have a lot of dirt stains on it, which I think my suspicious being I'm good at suspecting something. So you can see a lot of dirt down here. If there is no any oil, no leak, this oil shouldn't be here in the first place. Okay, look at a lot of things. Look at this one here. This socket is rusted out. Could have been creating a lot of partial contact within the system. Then one other thing I want to look out here is let's look at the system and see if there is oil sprinkling around the engine that's actually attracting these dirt right here. So that's it right here. Unfortunately, there is no any so much oil sprinkling around that area. It's really clean. So which goes to say this is my key shot of diagnosing a leak that I'm sharing with you guys. That goes to say that this compressor could likely be the case. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna be performing a leak test to this compressor alone and certify that this compressor is absolutely free before I can be able to go further. Okay, Jumbo, help me hold this camera. Now, one other thing which I'm noticing here, which is very important when there is a too much leak situation, here, this compressor is locked up. All right. A lot of you guys knows that I'm good at unlocking compressors that are locked up. And since this one is clean on the inside, I'm going to be unlocking it as well to save this customer money. But under this condition here, I wouldn't even mind. It's not a big deal. I will have to there's a lot of wire breaking out here, so I'm gonna be pretty much trying to review this compressor right now. So I'm gonna be telling him we're gonna get another compressor. Now for this very one here, I can revive it. I can do as it is right now. I can revive it, and I'm pretty much sure that should be more than enough to get this whole thing working back again. But should you have a potential customer whom you are meeting for the first time, I don't recommend you try going to revive this, because if it doesn't work well, it's not going to speak fine of your own name. So guys, I'm gonna pause the video right now and set up my flushing kits. You already seen one which I got here, so I got it on the high pressure side. So as it is right now, I can be able to check if the compressor has a good pumping or not. So but before, I have taught you guys how to be able to check leaks. So let's quickly check this one without those and see. You see, you should be able to turn it. Suppose it's not locked. There is no way it should be that strong for me to lose out this 10 and it's still. So let's get it out. Oh yeah. Inside here look a little bit more dry, but we're seeing some sort of I don't know if it is oil. I don't know what the shit that is. Here looks pretty much dry, like as if it's not leaking. But here as it is right now, the only way we can be able to ensure to know if this compressor is the culprit that we are looking at, so if it is not the culprit, then we can be able to move on, is to pressurize it. So as we remove it right now, we're going to be getting this one out, this clip out, as I don't have my other snap ring plier here. I can use this one. Trust me, I'm a manipulator. I know how to manipulate things. I know how to turn anything into doing what I want. So here I can use this tweezer here. Get this one out again. It's not gonna be easy though, but it's pretty much gonna do it. So that's it right there. So it's not flying. Don't be scared. So gonna start from here, start applying it. Oh shit, you notice what I'm saying here? This thing is broke. So which means we might be needing another compressor under this condition, though you can still hold it if we get it working. So right now it's out, but this one here is broken, you can see it. But notwithstanding, the seal can be able to hold the rest of other places. So it come out too really free, like some people have been here before. I'm seeing a lot of grinding here. What could have been the cause of that grinding? Let's flip this over. There's no some salt there, so we might need to remove this one. This one is quite so loosed. I think people have worked on this compressor before, because there is no way a snap ring plier should be this loose. It's not even well snapped in. So all these things here is thing that you and I are witnessing together for the first time. So now you see it's more hard. I gotta get my snap ring pliers. Okay, so I've got my superhero gun right here, so let me get it out. So you see what we've been struggling. This thing is pretty much burnt, like as if it's not even meant for this very car. It's just too wide. So we're gonna get this shit out. Okay, now the reality here is, okay, it fitted well. So right now we've seen a lot of things like as if it's some sort of activities of oil there, but we're only going to confirm if okay. Okay guys, you can see it right there. So that's one hell son of the beach that I've been creating a problem. I told you guys I'm gonna catch it. I'm trying to focus this camera so it will catch it. You can see it right there. So now let's get it up and see where she's coming from. You guys see it right there? You guys see it? You see it right there? That's it right there. This pressure has not even gone up anywhere. It's just pretty much around 100 psi right here. It's around 100 psi and it's already throwing bubbles. All right, now I should be able to resolve this problem right now. Should I be able to resolve this? But we got a more situation. I'm certain there could also be a leak somewhere down here. There could be a leak somewhere down here. Okay, so let's tear this compressor up and see what she got and see why the compressor wouldn't turn, why the compressor shaft was hooked and the compressor was locked up, and see a possibility of being able to revive this dead compressor, because as it is right now, it is 100% dead, aside the leak issue. So let's go to it. So you might want to stick to the end of this video here, because that's going to be giving you a detail on how to be able to solve it. If suppose you just come across it, you're trying to unlock the compressor and the compressor won't get unlocked. So let's show you exactly what's going on. Okay, over here you can see the center bare housing of the compressor. Like you can see here, you can see a lot of dirt, black dirt right there. That's why they call it a black dirt. So you can see a lot of black dirt. That's actually occurrence of acid reaction inside the system, as much as moisture, untreated leak issues which has been occurring on this very system here. So on this very side today, we decided to tear everything apart. You can see the valve there. You can see the boat. We've washed the boat clean, and you can see the bottom, the back cover, and here is the front cover right here. Then you can see one of the center bell housing for the compressor, for the cylinders. And here is the magnetic clutch coil. This is the rear valve, and this is the clutch, and this is the pulley right here, and here goes the pistons. So you can see a lot of black dots as a clog on this right here. This looks so horrible. Anyway, from my own technical analysis, I could actually know exactly why these black dots occur in this very system here. And so far, the valves are intact, the seals are intact, but we're gonna be, while we're trying to rejuvenate this compressor, we're gonna be cleaning all these dirt out while rejuvenating it. So if you want to know how, then you want to stick tuned, and we're going to show you how. Okay, so here you can see that this is not actually moving because it's really sticky. So you haven't come across this kind of situation before, and if your car have encountered this kind of problem, if you get another compressor into it, you're going to run into the same problem. Right? In some case, it's not as alarming as it is where you have some recommendation that if the system is affected with black dirt, you should replace the entire system. That is not actually true. You can actually fix it without replacing the entire system, such as the condenser and some others. And funny enough, I have actually given a quotation about this very job here without taking a look at inside, which is unlikely of me. All right, so in this situation right now, we're gonna be hanging up this camera somewhere, then we show you how we can be able to get these pistons back, and we take it up from there. So currently I've sent one of my apprentices to go and get my camera stand, so when he comes, hey, hurry up, when he comes back, I'll be showing you a hell lot of how we do this right here. So now before he comes, the first method I'm going to be telling you to adopt here is to get some fuel to this, right? See this, get some fuel to it, get maybe something like a kitchen knife. I wouldn't employ you to use any abrasive sandpaper here. No, nope, don't even try it, because the smoothness of the surface of this very shaft here, you can't actually get it thinned out correctly that it will maintain the same smoothness, and if you create some sort of rough edges there, you will create more problems inside the system. So we don't want you to create any more problem inside the system. So therefore, the best approach to this solving this kind of black dirt issue is for you to scrape it out first. When you scrape it, then you want to use some fuel, gasoline as you might call it in US. Use some gasoline and sprinkle on it to help try to, it's gonna act against it, by the way, but apply it by the way. Then you get an iron brush to get it off. I'm just telling you the process, so before he comes with a camera, he comes with a camera stand. So let me first of all try to disengage it now. This is not going to be easy because here, like this one here, I've got this one out, you can see right now, it's quite sticky. That's the bearing there. Make sure that you don't lose any of the bearing. So it's really sticky. Sometimes it might eat into the system, like you can see here. If it doesn't eat into the system, fine, but if it eats into the system that you got any of the component bad, you have to replace any of the affected components. Okay, right here, let me show you. Some can be very bad that you can't even touch it with your hand, because if you do, it's gonna burn your hand. But this one here, I don't think this one is really that terrible. Okay, right here you can see it. You can get this one out, then find something like a tweezer like this and scrape it out. You can see I affected this metal. This shaft here. That is the only point where Although for this very customer right here, I'm going to be replacing this compressor. We have actually charged for it, so it has actually eaten up this metal surface here. Let me get this camera back a little bit. So, and the reason why it does it is sometimes when it happens, the car gets abandoned for some time, and when you get to abandon the car for some times, like you look at it right now, it has eaten into the metal. So I'm gonna separate this one just a little bit. You can see the gunk of what you're finding in there. What causes this, that you might ask? Leak causes this. So if your car leaks and you feel that it's your right to just keep topping it with refrigerant, then this masquerade is coming for you straight up. Okay. See, it's reacting. I can see some smoke right there because it's not completely out of this system. That's why in Africa we call it virus, AC virus. I restored this kind of compressor in a rare situation, and I've done it in some other cars. It does work. You can see how it has damaged this shaft. So still gonna get them out. It's really hard there. Okay, you can see it's smoking right there. I hope you catch that. So it really does deal with this metal. In some point, it could even be so terrible that you see fire blazing out of it. You see that? It will eat so deep into it that when you're trying to unplug it, you'll be seeing smoke gushing out of it. I'm not going to reuse this compressor, this system. Look at it right there. It can burn someone's hands. Okay, oh, that's the next one there. Okay, we are done. Can you catch anything there? Let me show you. Okay, so you can see this. Now if you don't have money and you have this kind of situation, I implore you to go get another shaft. If it really affects these two surfaces, if you affect it so much, you have to get another shaft to it. Like you can see here, it does go in deep. Like you see some smoke gushing out of it. I don't know if you can catch any smoke right there. There are small smoke gushing out of this. Maybe you can't see it. Okay. So at this point right now, this abrasive paper is quite sticky. It's gonna keep destroying that abrasive paper. Or a wire brush. But either way, it's going to be the same thing. Look at it. Look at that. So guys, this is just the right time to get your hands dirty. You can see it affected it a lot. And that's the first bearing there. He also attacked it. He attacked anything at all he can get his hands on. Okay, so one of the measures that are to be adopted according to manufacturers to avoid this black plague is to keep your AC system from leaks. Then every 3 years you need to get out the oil, the refrigerant, all out and get a fresh one in. Actually, that could potentially start a new problem into the AC system if it is not done by a professional, someone who is a legend in the car AC fix. That would be the death of your car AC system if you attempt to get the oil completely out, the refrigerant out, and flush the system and start all over again, like I said. Because getting the compressor out cannot be done without you flushing the system. So if you flush the system, everything is going to be out. Now the new challenge there is to get it set up without missing the calculation of the oil as much as the oil, the right oil quantity as much as the refrigerant. Because if you make any mistake in those, then you just have to say goodbye to your AC system. So here, okay, I'm trying to check, make sure it doesn't affect this ones. So after this wire brush, I know some of you guys who have a bad mouth, it's taking too much time. You can use this wire toothbrush to brush your teeth. You know, this shouldn't have taken too much time. It's just wasting your time. You can use this iron brush to brush your teeth so that it can be cleaner. So whatever comes out of your mouth can be cleaner. If you don't know how to do it, then you respect those who does it. Okay, right now I'm gonna be getting some holy water to it. This is gasoline, just a simple gasoline I'm using here. Should try different methods on it and see what works best. For me, I've used gasoline before and it worked. The next one I'm going to be using here is abrasive paper. I'm not using it on this surface where the bearings are going to be mounting, but here. This very abrasive I'm using right now is really coarse, so okay. So from this point more, I can also decide to scrape out every other remnants that is hanging up anywhere here. Okay. Now here, if you're using any coarse abrasive, you have to be a little bit cautious not to make too much mess there. When you're done, don't over sand it. There is only a lot of gallop inside here that I'm feeling right now, which I'm setting. I can bring it back smooth the way it was before. So it will be better. You can see some of the oil that are here, they won't get out. It won't get dissolved by this gasoline because of the activities of the moisture and oil being attacked. I don't just know. If you clean it, it comes back. Try to wipe it clean to give you a view of how it have attacked it. You can see that. That's really horrible. Okay, so at this point right now, my best measure, my best practice I should be adopting is to replace this. If I can be able to use a abrasive paper to restore it back to order, then replacing it should be an alternative solution. But if suppose you can, then fine. Because the other side of it is the more you reduce this, the more you create gap between these pistons here, which we still see in a lot of black plagues. Now the important thing there is you have to look through the system again to see where, if any of this black plague or black dirt or white dirt spread across the system, then you should get it out. If it let's say that it crosses, if you find it along the discharge pipe, if there is any way, go to the discharge pipe, inspect the end of that discharge pipe to the condenser. If it follows it, then you have to replace it. But if it doesn't follow it and it's just a little bit, you can clean it off. But if it follows it to the end, replace it, then check the condenser. If you find any piece of it within the condenser, then you have to replace the entire condenser. That's what it is. Because if you don't replace it, then it's going to come back into the system and create more chaos. Obviously this is an agent of chaos, so let me still get one more, show you how to clean this. Alright, you can see a whole lot of it. Okay, so you can even see it even at the back here. It's all over the place. Just a simple tool here does a great magic, because at last I'm just gonna get into the stores and get another shaft. If suppose I want to restore this compressor, that's the main place where it often attacks very hard, because there is no any some sort of rubber that coated it, but here they have some insulators that coated this ones. That is why the attack on this one most often times don't really hit it really hard, pretty hard like it hit the shaft. So once you get it cleared out like this, then you can use a wire brush to clean it out. This is gonna be somewhat gasoline resistant, so I still can't be able to find out exactly. Maybe I would have recommended you guys to another channel that could be able to specify the right chemicals you can use to get these things out. If suppose you don't have any option within where you are and you want to restore this compressor at all costs. So it's really terrible. Now over to the next one here. Look at it. Attack it, try to create some rust, trying to create some. This shit is alive, and that's why somehow I think I did go with it with the name virus. The virus thing fits it more because it's alive. It's just, you just wouldn't be able to see it. You don't have a microscope to be able to see through it clearly and see how it reacts. Because as I'm scraping it out right now, it's reacting. You might not be able to see it, but I'm seeing it. You can see some little smokes and sparks. Okay guys, so like I said, I wouldn't need to waste you guys time about this. I've already told you guys what you should do in this kind of situation, but as it stands, what I'm gonna be my own conclusion on this video before I stop it is, as it stands, even though if I should couple it back with this very shaft as it is right now, the AC is still going to work. Alright, but the only thing that I'm having there, which I know definitely is going to happen, is that it's going to grind these bearings, and when you grind it, it's going to create more problem inside the system. So I don't want it to have that. So instead of doing so, I would rather have this shaft changed, get another used shaft that is still very healthy, the same spec, right? Get to a junkyard, buy another compressor that is no more working, get the shaft removed, then get the shaft inserted into using it to couple this one back, and everything should work fine. Then also possibly, in order to save myself, if the compressor which I'm going to be getting, if the pistons are in much healthier condition like this one here, because in most cases when some compressors stop working, some technician wouldn't be able to know what exactly caused it before they dump it. So if I get a seat, all I need to compare is to compare the two, to compare all the components together and know which one have more better components. If this one that I have here have a better component, then I need to make some little swaps, and after that it should be able to come back working fine. But will this compressor come back working again, which is a $1 million question? Yes. As I'm seeing it right now, it's already working. I'm just only trying to complete the processes of, rejuvenation. So guys, I hope you find the information that I gave out on this very video very helpful to restoring a system that suffers a white or black plague. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I gotta catch you guys later. Okay, bye for now. I'm gonna see you on my next video. Bye.